Troy University's broadcast and digital network Earl Hutto studio. This is Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision News for February 25th, 2019. I'm Adoria Hughes.
And I'm Taylor Pollock. Thank you for joining us this evening. Troy University has been recognized for its efforts to become more environmentally friendly. Sam Granville gives us a look at what Troy has done to receive the recognition.
Students can typically be seen around campus predominantly in cardinal and white, but in a group effort of students and faculty alike, the university has gone green. The Alabama State Department of Education has announced Troy University as its 2019 Green Ribbon School.
We got the designation, and it really looked at three areas. One, our operations, so from a physical plant standpoint, the efficiencies of water, electricity, usage of resources. One from a curriculum standpoint, so what we do to engage students in STEM-based disciplines, engage them in career fields and career options that would lead them to work in the sustainability field. And then our public service activities where we are engaging our students as well as our community in addressing and remediating environmental issues.
Troy University's application to become an Alabama Green Ribbon School showcased many impressive efforts in the three aforementioned areas, such as the creation of Janice Hawkins Cultural Arts Park.
Effectively, it was a gully, and through this beautification effort, this is a place that students can go out and recreate. Classes and activities can be held, performances can be held in the amphitheater, and so it's really become a synergy point around campus and something that we're pretty proud of.
This is Troy University's first year receiving the award, but it certainly does not plan on it being the last.
I think this designation brings some synergy around what we've been doing, and so hopefully can propel us forward into some future endeavors in a more concerted way.
Sam Granville, Troy TrojanVision News.
Troy University will be recognized at the Alabama State Board of Education meeting in May and celebrated with a picnic hosted by the Alabama Green Ribbon Schools Committee.
There are many ways and opportunities for students to showcase their talents on campus. Thursday night, students got the opportunity to do so by competing in the National Association of Black Journalists Apollo Night. Singing, dancing, and poetry were among the talents showcased at the NABJ Apollo Night, which was also hosted by Delta Sigma Theta sorority.
So tonight we had Apollo Night, which is basically just something that NABJ does every year during Black History Month. It's kind of like the Apollo Night from like the big screen Apollo Night that they had back in the day, and basically we just ask students from around the campus if they want to participate. They pay $5 and they get their $5 back, and the prize was $60.
The winner says she feels her voice made her stand out from the other contestants.
I feel good about it, man. It's a humbling experience all the time, and I just enjoy singing, and that's just what I love to do. So even when I lose, I'm still winning.
One local organization will also be benefiting from the funds raised.
The Boys and Girls Club will definitely benefit from our donations. They need a lot of work done, especially around the building area. So I know that our donations can definitely help there. They also need just like basic stuff like pens, pencils, notebooks, just things like that. Also snacks for the kids. So I definitely feel like our proceeds will definitely help towards the Boys and Girls Club.
To keep up with upcoming events, follow Troy_NABJ on social media. The National Association of Black Journalists will also be touring WSFA next month on March 22nd. A Saturday morning run was made a little bit more fun,
as Troy's Kappa Delta sorority sprinkled a little color into some runners' lives. Jessica Prince shows us why.
It's a colorful day here in Troy as the Delta Delta chapter of Kappa Delta hosts their annual 5K color run.
Today we have our Color Me Katie 5K run benefiting Prevent Child Abuse America and the Pike Regional Child Advocacy Center. And it's where we have people from all over the Southeast, even over the country, that come and support our cause, and they even donate just like regular money. Today's just like the fun event that we put on annually.
Attendees of all ages participated in events ranging from a fun run to the 5K, while others simply came for moral support.
Oh, it's beautiful out here. There is a lot of people out here. Well, I think it's great. It gives people that's able to run a chance to get out there and enjoy themselves.
The Color Run was just one of the events held by the sorority following the Shamrock and Roll plate sale. Vice President of Community Service, Allison Platt, spoke on the preparations made for the event.
It's definitely a long process. It takes a few months. We usually start in December, planning the venue, making sure that we have reservations on campus, get to do the fun stuff later. Getting the color, planning the shirts, planning the food for the night. So all of that, it was really a fun process.
Students, family, and friends joined Kappa Delta for fun and fitness at the Troy Parks and Recreation in an effort to raise money for their philanthropy.
Basically what it's for is to raise funds for our philanthropy, Prevent Child Abuse of America. 80% of our funds stay right here in Troy, Alabama at the Pike County Child Advocacy Center. We raise our money for them specifically because they're such a great cause and a great influencer in our communities.
Jessica Prince, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Saturday's run culminated a week's worth of fundraising activities for the Kappa Delta sorority philanthropy efforts.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to your TrojanVision Sports. I'm Brianna Jones. The Trojan baseball team hit the road for the first time this season and picked up their first series win in the process. Troy beat Louisiana Tech 7-5 in the second game of a doubleheader on Sunday to win the series against the Bulldogs. Troy dropped game one, but won Saturday's matchup to take the series win in Ruston. Drew Frederick hit 2 homers in the game, finishing 2 for 3 at the plate. Up next, Troy will welcome Jacksonville State to Riddle Pace Field for a Wednesday matchup. First pitch is set for 6 p.m. The Trojan softball team dropped their final game in the Tiger Invitational against the home team on Sunday afternoon. Troy fell to the number 21 ranked Auburn Tigers 3-1 to wrap up weekend play in the Invitational. Troy went 3-2 with the only other loss coming against North Dakota State. They picked up 2 wins against Eastern Illinois and 1 against Villanova. Up next, Troy will travel to Clearwater, Florida on Friday to participate in the USF Invitational. Their first game will be against Furman Friday at 10 a.m. The Trojan women's basketball team increased their win streak to 2 as they got a revenge win over the South Alabama Jaguars this weekend in Trojan Arena. Seth Carpenter has the action.
Troy took on South in a rematch game that didn't disappoint as the Trojans held the Jaguars to just 24 points in the first half and won the game 66-58. And even though the Trojans didn't shoot well themselves, they still did the little things in the game to help them win.
We didn't shoot that well, but we did really well in other areas like rebounding, so that makes up for it, but also points off of turnovers. We created a lot of turnovers and we were able to score, I think, 26 points off of turnovers. So you don't have to shoot great every night when you have that insurance that you're playing behind.
Jaguars did, however, try to make a comeback towards the end of the game, and Coach Rigby talked about that run and what changes they made to end that run.
Overall, we played a great game today. We followed a great game plan. We did a good job in so many facets of the game. But we did take a downward turn there down the stretch, an important stretch where they went on a run and they hit a couple threes, got a steal. We weren't taking care of the ball. So we called timeout. Coach C subbed, I think, in the guard position, and we were hoping for J-Rod to keep the ball in her hands a little more, and she did. But, yeah, that was something we're going to have to take and learn from.
And even though beating South this time around showed improvement, Coach Rigby said that the team has to focus on the upcoming road stretch.
To me, it shows improvement. I really hate that we lost to them the first time, but they did a great job at their place. It is costing us right now that we lost to them, but all we can do is move forward and get the ones that are left, and so we're just focused on the Texas teams right now.
First game of that road stretch will be at Texas State. Seth Carpenter, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
Again, the ladies face Texas State in San Marcos, Texas before taking on UT Arlington this Saturday. Things didn't go as well for the men's basketball team as they fell to the Jaguars 68-52. The Troy men's basketball team looked for a win in a whiteout rival game against the South Alabama Jaguars to help their spot in the Sun Belt Conference standings. Unfortunately for the men, luck was just not on their side. Head coach Phil Cunningham recaps the loss.
Well, we never could get anything going offensively in the first half. We made one good run and cut the lead, I think, down to 2, and I think we had a couple of Javen hit back-to-back threes, and then we let them extend the lead there at halftime, and then in the second half we cut it to 8 early on, but we never really got back in it after that. But just You know, when a team plays a zone for 40 minutes, you got to step up and loosen it up, make some threes, and we just didn't do that today.
Troy's biggest struggle came from behind the arc as they only shot 6 of 22 due to a tough Jaguar zone defense.
It's a tough loss. I mean, this team's been through a lot, and with injuries and from a personnel standpoint, and you know they've got a lot of pride about them, and they wanted to, you know, they were ready to play today. And then, you know, what you could see in the huddle was the pressure mounting every time you come to the huddle. You know, them feeling like it's getting away from us, and I think the pressure just, you know, buckled us a little bit there in the second half.
Senior Alatic still managed to have a record night against the Jaguars, dropping 21 points and snagging 12 rebounds. It marked his 5th double-double this season and his 3rd 20-point game. Although Hicks was proud of the performance, he says it's still a loss.
It feels good, but I'm happy about it, but not totally because we lost the game and against our rivalry, but it's all right. We made some mistakes on defense, and we weren't communicating.
The men will play their share of Texas teams this week for their final 2 home games. The men have only 4 games left with Texas State this Saturday and UT Arlington Saturday. Both games will be in Trojan Arena. Ladies, I think that the softball team did pretty good even though they fell to Auburn. I still think the score was pretty close, so hopefully they can pick up this next week, and hopefully the men's basketball team can try to fight for a spot in the Sun Belt tournament.
Yes, hopefully they can. The girls did good. Hopefully the guys can get on it, and good luck. Well, congrats to our softball team.
Yes, and we had some wins and some losses, but we've got a lot of games coming up this week, so we want to wish all of our athletes good luck as they compete.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Bree.